Good morning. Welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are going to continue to work on the embellishments for our Octuga project. Now, if you saw my table right now, you would say, oh my gosh, Jody, stop filming and clean up your table. But that's not what's happening. I don't have a voice, so this particular clip is going to be super short. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much for your continued support. I have no business filming today, just saying. Okay, so this is the tag that I show you that was one of the free pages. This is not one of the official videos, so that's why you're not seeing the list of who'sy whatsy on what day, okay? I've cut this out, and I have a thing with lines lining up. So the way this came, the lines don't line up, and that's not going to work for me. So what I did was I scored this at 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch, okay? And that way it's going to give me a little bit of a pocket on here. And then I can come in and line it up. And now my lines line up, and it won't drive me totally crazy looking at it thinking, oh my gosh, it doesn't line up. Now, my bottom doesn't line up very well. That may be the way I folded it. It may be the way I cut it. It may be the design. I have no idea. But what I'm going to do is glue it here, and then I'll trim it to make it straight. And then I'll just continue to embellish it. So I just wanted to come on for just a second and show you that that's kind of a workaround if you're like me. I can do things sideways and stuff, but I cannot have lines that don't line up. That's just a hard no for me. Not gonna work. And yeah, so just scored it, and then I mitered my corners, okay? Mitering, if you're new, means cut to the corner, cut to the corner. Don't cut through the corner, because then you'll see that, but then that allows it that allows it to fold nicely, okay? So I'll be back. It's the next morning. I have my tea here. Obviously, fluffy bottom is in the way. I'm just continuing to work in the journal, but I wanted to show you because I had my tea bag and in my tea still. I thought, oh, well, I'm just gonna dab that on my page and see how that dries. So I'm setting that aside. I'm not gonna take my heat tool to it. It is I just threw it in the bin instead of showing you, hibiscus tea bag. So it's like a really pink tea, but typically the pink teas will end up purpley on the page, or kind of gray purpley. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you. I have this page that I backed with this napkin, and I just glue sticked it. So I did my glue stick in strips, had to very carefully lay that down, very gently took my bone folder to press it, because like the edge has like where it's pressed together, so it has that texture. I do have a couple places that I tore it, but I went over it with ink and very gently with my fingernail just kind of move that napkin and manipulate it back into the spots where I tore it, and it doesn't look so bad. So I'm contemplating if I want to get my paint markers out and embellish this a little bit, or just do a little gold stamping on it. I think I might just do a little bit of gold stamping, maybe just in the corners or a couple places, maybe a little bit of script. So when I make that decision, I'll come back. And then we have this page that's actually writing space. So this will get like a little trifold tucked into a pocket somewhere. And that little guy will be like, hello, I'm so cute. So little miss is, of course, in the way again. So I have to deal with her. And I want to just kind of keep working on some embellishment pieces. Off camera yesterday, I got quite a bit done. And I had to be careful this morning, so I don't know how long this video will be. I'm just going to continue to work on the embellishment portion of this journal, and then I'll come back and film as I can. But I don't want to talk too much today. As Mark said, if you talk too much trying to film, you're going to lose your voice again. I'm like, I know, but I have stuff I have to get done. So anyway, bear with me, guys, and I appreciate your grace. So I did a little bit of gold on it. You can't see the design really. I just added a little bit of script to the background, so that just gives it a little bit more interest, and I really like it a lot. I think it's just a really pretty piece, and because I only did the glue stick, you still get the texture from the napkin. So napkins are so versatile, and if you, I say this a lot, and I will try to stop saying it, but it's true. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you know I use napkins a lot in my projects. They just give you such an amazing base to work with. The designs are beautiful, can be beautiful, can really give you options as far as adding different elements and interest to your pages. So, and they're like inexpensive bits. And then again, when you're using them and you take them apart, make sure you keep the white layers, because then you use those as well. For example, I have one right here. But it just gives you such a great element, and I just love them. And anyway, so enough about that, but I did add some gold and some script to it. So I don't know if that gold is reflecting or not. I can't see it in my camera. Okay, so a couple things here I was going to show you is that I dried my pages from my tea bag. They're still slightly damp, so I'm letting them finish, but I think that's fun and just gives a little bit of interest to that page. It almost looks like sideways mushrooms. I don't know what they look like, but anyway, I just like the interest. And now my second cup of tea may be that same tea, so I can do that to more pages. Anyway, so we have our little gnome houses, and I happen to have this stamp, which is similar in design to that. This I don't have, but we're going to talk about different ways we can play with this design. Are you going to get down? I hope so. Yeah, I know. You'll live. Okay, so I have my Versamark here, and actually I'm not prepared because I don't have my embossing powder out, but that's okay. My Versamark is here, so what I'm going to do is just do a little bit of, what color do I want to bring out on this? I want to do a little bit of stamping on here, but I also want to kind of highlight some bits on the mushroom. Because I have an inkjet printer, I do have to be mindful of how wet I get my ink, how wet I get my ink. Sorry, I totally have brain fog. I'm so sorry. Ooh, I have this little bit of leftover from my Boogeyman mixed color, so that's something we could do. I'm just looking in here. I was wanting to pull a color. Ooh, that orange would be kind of cool on some mushrooms, maybe. The flowers, we'll leave that out. I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. This is life with me sometimes. I am just really... Oh, that is a beautiful color. We need to find somewhere to use that in this journal. So that's silver. Here's some clear. That's what I'm after, is clear. No, I want a gold. Do I want gold? I'm gonna stamp in gold. Never mind. Okay. Oh my word. All right. So I do have my lace sewn on the side. So what I want to do is just come in here and maybe just add a little bit of interest to my, maybe we'll highlight these flowers a little bit. Now I need that yellow back out that I just put up. What do I do with it? Yeah. So any yellow that I want to do first, and then any that's left, if I do yellow and orange first, I'll just put it in here, and then we'll have that to use on another place or maybe on another piece, you know what I mean? Like, you can totally just play with your bits. And then let's heat this and make sure that that's the color that I'm actually wanting. I think it is, but we never know. And this is one of the fun things that you can do with your digitals to bring them to life, or even your scrapbook papers. Like if you guys had seen when I did the steampunk journal, the tall skinny journal, I did that a couple of winters ago for a swap. Oh, that was just plain yellow. I could have put it back in the yellow one. Anyway, I really brought the whole paper to life by doing the embossing. Now, I will have a mess when I'm done with this. That's just how it is when I play with embossing powders. There's no way around that because I am a mess maker. So I'm just kind of going through here and looking at the design and saying, okay, how do I want to bring this to life? Let's just maybe highlight a little bit of this mushroom. Just give it a little bit of interest, maybe around the edges and inside. Maybe this one just a little bit, same. Just kind of taking some of the darker bits of that design and adding to it to see what we can come up with. So I'll heat that, and when I come back, I'll show you what it does. Okay, so you can just kind of see high focus. That just adds a little bit of interest to our page, right? So then I'm like, ooh, I want to add a little bit of gold stamping just to the top for interest. Just a little bit. I don't need a lot. Just a few leaves here, and just for a little bit of sparkle on our bits, right? I'm just gonna come in. How about, where's the scrap? And after I'm done filming today, I am cleaning up my table before I lose my mind, you guys. All right, so just a little bit of interest on the pages. It's not a lot, but you can see it just adds a little bit more dimension to your pages that way, okay? And I really like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue. I'm gonna add a little bit of embossing and maybe gold elements to the cover. Add a little bit more to the back because these are the houses that we're showcasing in our story. Not that I'm actually telling a story at this point, but you guys were all so cute with the feedback on the first video of the signatures for how I was telling the story. And I'm just having a lot of fun with these kits. And like I had said, they're more cute than I normally would work with. But I am enjoying them, and I love the colors. And this is just, it's like a little bit of play, you know, I'm just enjoying it. And so thank you all for the very kind comments. And for reference, today's October 2nd, so that just aired, the week 1 signature video just aired yesterday. So I'm trying to get done and film ahead here. So I'm just going to continue, and then I'll come back and show you the result. Okay, so you can see there's just a little bit of interest on my page with just a little bit of stamping and a little bit of heat embossing, okay? It's just a way you can add some fun elements to your page. I mean, you could do a lot more, but because I'm trying to finish this project, I'm not going to do a lot more, but there's so many more things that you can do. But I like it. It just adds a little bit of sparkle to the front of my page, which I really enjoy. I haven't used that color yet. We'll get to that. So yesterday, I just added a little bit of trim to some pages on the edge, just to add some tactile bits. This is what I did with this pocket here. Got that on there and lined up better. Got my little chipmunk bit in there, and on this tag I want to put a notch in that and pull some fabric through it. I hardly ever use this punch, so let's just use this punch and see. I'm just going to come in here about there and boop, and then like my little sound effects, boop. How about just, do I want a piece of that one? I've been using this one a lot. Let's just use this one. Oh my goodness. I'll be glad when this passes because it's definitely for the birds. All right, you know what? I want to do something a little different. I don't typically put it through the top like so. And I do have some cute charms somewhere in the other room that I could use on this, and that would add a little bit of interest as well. I have some little woodland charms that my girlfriend sent me, and they're so cute. I hoard them because I love them. So We shouldn't hoard the things. We should use the things that we love, because that's what brings us more joy in our creativity, is when we use the things we love. So don't be a Jody. Don't hoard all the things. All right, so I'm just going to clip that off, fray my ends, because I just really like that frayed. Favorite flannel shirt, favorite pair of jeans, just tattered and worn. And up until a few years ago, I was still able to wear a pair of jeans that I had in high school, junior high actually. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I'm not wearing those anymore for sure. But anyway, all right, so that can go in there. I may move that. Maybe I don't want that in there. Maybe I like him in there. It's too tall. Okay, he needs a home. And then on this, what did I do? Oh, I haven't finished this. Oh, this was the idea that I had. So let's do that. I mean, we have gnomes. Why can't we have fairies in the forest? So I have this little set of stamps, but I want to make sure this stamp's clear before I do it. I don't want to stamp on my page if it's not going to stamp nicely. And again, I am cleaning up when we're done with this video, because my table is really bad. Oh, who can relate? Okay, so I don't have a question in this video yet, do I? No, because I'm trying not to talk. All right, today's question is, are you a super clean and organized crafter, or does it look like, oh, I like it? I think she'll be all right. If she doesn't run too much, she'll be okay. Are you an organized crafter, or does it look like a bomb went off on your desk like mine? Well, I get so many ideas, and then when I'm trying to film like I am too, that really makes a difference too. See, the bird's up there, and she's like, hey, I'm talking to you. And I should have put something under there for some cushion to stamp so I get a better image, but hopefully she'll be all right. Yeah, see, I don't know. Can I line that up? I think so. Be having another piece I'm trying to, nope, stop it. Okay, she's fine. We could put something there. Oh, you know what? I could just draw her in a heat embosser. That would be super cute. Be a way to use that color. And where I missed with the ink, that is because I should have had something under there, like my book page or something. But anyway, I like it. It's just a little way to add some interest on there. And then here's another little butterfly we could add if we wanted to the page. I don't think I want to though. Okay, so I'll heat emboss her in this color and just kind of bring her out. And I may mix that with a little bit of gold just to make it pop a little bit more. Yeah. So embossing the fairy was a total fail. Total fail. It was super messy. It didn't look good. Didn't have the right inks. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I covered it. Put some leaves up the side so my little flip is still there. I didn't take my flip off. And then we need something to cover this. So what I'm thinking is maybe just a strip of this would be pretty across there. You don't have to do something super stellar or big or crazy to cover the pieces like this. I mean, on some of the others, I just ripped some music because I love the sounds of fall. They make me really happy. So just even, you know, a little bit of music across there. That one's too small, but I'll do something and cover that as well. So I'm going to keep working on this off and on today. I have to go down and swap laundry and do some things. And so I did phone a friend on my boo-boo and was like, hey, need some collage help because I'm not super great at collage. So I just want you to know, like, if you're new, that even everybody has weaknesses. And when you're creating, if you have something you're uncomfortable with, it's okay. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself, because I really encourage you to have a phone a friend. And even if that's using the Facebook group and asking for options like, hey, I'm trying to do this, can you guys help me out? It's okay to do that. It's okay to ask for help. It is okay to allow yourself to be uncomfortable with something. It's just an opportunity to learn and grow. That's where I am with collage. Like, I'm trying to learn and grow. I'm just not very good at it. I mean, and that's just the truth. I'm uncomfortable with the collage. And So I need help with it. I ask my friends, and truly I always think, gosh, do I ask them again for help with collage? But I do, because until I get more comfortable, more confident, and better, I will continue to ask for help, because I don't know necessarily if what I think looks good is what looks good. Then there's a flip side of that. Who cares what other people think, right? But I'm trying to better myself and grow in my creativity. So that's a big reason why I use my phone of friends. So I am going to leave it there for this video. I'm just going to put, I think, just a few finishing bits on here. What I'll do when I won't end this here. What I'm going to do is just continue to work on it. And then if I do something that's super fun or spectacular, of course, I'll come back and share that with you. In the meantime, I'm just going to continue to get my bits put on here. I wanted to put some kind of sparkle on the fox. I think he needs it. And we need like a little bit of script or something here. So those are the little details that I'll continue to add to get my embellishment portion of this collaboration done. And then in the next video, I think it's doing the cover or the binding. I don't know. I'm going to do cover and binding in one, because I don't know that an entire fourth video is necessary for just sewing in the signature, since I already know I'm doing a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So you guys might be like, and I don't do that on film, actually. Oh, there it is. I was looking for this just a second ago because I wanted a word label. Also need to clean up because I can't find things that I'm looking for. All right, so I'll be back in a little bit. So you can keep adding interest to your pages with stamps and stencils and just whatever. So I got my seedless preserves out, and I also got my villainous potion out. I had also taken some purple India ink and splattered India ink on here. I watered it down, but I think it came out really nicely. So now I just have my stamp block here with some villainous potion on it, and all I'm going to do is just maybe line up, you know, a couple pages, and just, that's going to be really dark. So I do think I want second generation stamping on this, but I don't want to waste it, so I'm just going to come and give myself something to stamp off with. And I just want a little interest. That's not a perfect stamp. I'm not getting all of my design, and that's okay. But it just gives you some interest on your page. I have to laugh at myself. So I took this apart because I was adding stuff to my pages and some stenciling and stamping, and I took it apart and I was letting things dry. And now I can't remember what order I had my pages in. So good thing I'm flexible and can figure out how to put it back together, but these things happen. So if you love the order of your pages, I strongly encourage you to make a little video or take photos or make a note or something to keep track of the order that your pages go in, and that way you're not like me sitting here going, oh well, how am I going to put this back together? I don't remember. So it's not going to be probably in the same order that I had it, but oh well, it's fine, and we're just going to go with it. So I am laughing at myself, though. I have no idea how I had this. None. No clue. So I'm just sitting here trying to figure out how to put it back together. Oh, there's the door. Okay, I do remember the door was, we're saying bye, but weren't we leaving the park first? Or did we go to the park after? No, we crossed through the park to get to the door, right? I don't have any idea, you guys. I don't know. I have to go back and watch the video and figure out what order I had these in. I have no idea. Okay, I'm done with the embellishment part of this, I believe. So the next step is going to be making the cover. I got really carried away with some glacier paste and stamping and stenciling and just having a blast. I mean, look at that purple glacier paste through a stencil. So divine. I used sprays, I stamped, I stenciled, I glacier pasted. I just had a lot of fun. That's glacier paste over a stamp, so it's super busy, but I was having fun with it actually, and the oxide reacted up into the glacier paste, so it's really got kind of a cool effect. I don't know, is that coming through on the video? But anyway, this is just a play, and I think I'm going to use it just for whatever I want, you know? And that's okay. That's the whole point of making a journal. You do what you want with it, right? I don't know. Maybe I'll list it for sale. I don't know what I'm doing with it. So if you're interested in it, let me know. Okay, I will see you guys in the next video. The next video is going to be a combination of the cover and binding. And I believe I've already said that. If that's repetitive, I apologize. I can't remember what I said. If you were in my brain, you'd be like, oh my gosh, lady. I have a journal cover idea. It's going to be repurposing and just a simple journal cover. So again, like if you're new, then it'll be geared to helping you just kind of source things that are in your home, maybe that you can give new life to. So that being said, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.